Today I want to talk about coming to terms with your own failures in life, which are inevitable. We all have dreams and ambitions. When we're young, that may come from a sort of ideological place, a naive place, but a pure place, wanting to be something, wanting to conquer the world, wanting to become like the people you admire, in whatever field that may be. And that may not always turn out the way you wanted it to. And then before you know it, life passes you by. And there's a lingering sense of failure that just eats away at you, eats away at your ego and pride, and you don't know how to negotiate that feeling. You don't want to feel bad or depressed about yourself all the time, so you kind of lock it away. You don't know how to deal with it, you don't know how to confront it, you don't know how to be it, you don't know how to surpass the limitations you put on yourself, your fears, your anxieties, your imposter syndrome, your lack of confidence, your lack of courage, your lack of strength, your lack of discipline. You don't know how to assimilate that in your mind, because that takes a tremendous amount of real humility, a humble approach to life that's not granted to anyone, at least not in our base state, not without some healing, some soul searching, some development, some proper confrontation with your demons. It's easy to talk about this, philosophize about this, but it's another thing to really put it into action into your own life. And you may even think you're doing it, but some subjects may drive you mad, may trigger you, may bring back that feeling of failure. And you may not know how to deal with that, but think about all the old retired people that are incredibly bitter. It's a stereotype. Old people that are just angry at the world, and then they lash out on the nurse at their retirement home, on their children. They lash out on everyone. They're frustrated about their life, and it's too late. And the resentment has just turned to hate. So while we're still young, while we still have so much time, it just seems like a pity to waste that on wasted potential. That's such a cliche saying, and it's not a very encouraging saying, wasted potential, because that's so much pressure. The idea of having to uphold yourself to some kind of mythological standard that's expected of you from the outside world, from an outside authority that's evaluating what your quote-unquote potential is. I think we all just have to try to let go and acknowledge who we are and acknowledge the weakness we have and have had in our lives, the failures and regret and shame that may have come out of that. Just assimilate all that. That's all a part of you. That's what it is to be human, and it's a beautiful thing. We're flawed, deeply flawed, and it's just time to come out and say it so that you can move on. Before you know it, you'll be dead. That's a fact. Dig deep and heal yourself. Dig deep and heal yourself. You're very capable of doing that. You know you are. You just need to put your pride and ego aside and give yourself the best possible odds to make this a happy and fulfilling life. Just give yourself that. You deserve it. You deserve it. And that was another episode of Lines by Haste. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week.